Hey everybody, Billy Watkins here, and listen close because this is the very first episode of the Whole Package by Premier Packaging. I'm here with Mackenzie Crigger.
Hi, I'm the Sustainability Manager here at Premier Packaging, and I'm so excited to be on the Whole Package.
This is we've rebranded.
Yes, it's very exciting.
Do you feel it? Do you feel the difference?
It feels brand new.
It has that kind of. I have a new car smell today.
Oh,
and
yes.
It's lovely. So you were on with us previously in our first iteration.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll just stop talking about that altogether, and it'll be the whole package.
Yep.
Moving forward. But so you talked to us a little bit about. Coming to Premier, what you do here, but refresh our memory a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Mackenzie Crigger. I am originally from the eastern part of Kentucky. That's where this beautiful accent is from. So don't feel bad if you have to stop me and ask me to repeat something. That will not be the first time that has happened. But I came to Premier and back to Louisville from Southern California, where I'd been for 10 years, working as a sustainability manager and really focused on energy management and greenhouse gas emissions tracking. So it's a little bit of a shift now being in the packaging industry,
right.
But sustainability is really, it's the same everywhere. All organizations have the same challenges and they're all trying to do the same thing when it comes to...
Same end goal, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
This is exciting for me because you're a subject matter expert. You got your stuff down. You're going to be helping. You're going to be joining us as a guest star. We'll call it you'll be doing guest appearances and co-hosting duties from time to time on the Whole Package. So welcome.
Oh, well, I'm really excited about that.
Are you excited?
I am.
Did you know before that this?
I mean, I did get a frantic text message last week while I was on vacation.
Yeah. Hey. Right.
But hey, that's a nice way to wrap up my vacation, to find out that I get to come and talk to you and talk to other people from Premier and learn.
Did you go anywhere?
I
Good?
did.
Where'd you go?
Went to Mexico and laid on a beach for a week.
Lovely. What part of Mexico?
Cancun. So.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Beautiful weather, beautiful water. I hated a little bit to come back,
right.
But I'm usually excited to come back to work. So.
Here we are. Oh, so and it's Monday. It's Monday, day back from vacation. So you're recharged and ready to go.
Exactly. I'm very fresh today. So you guys are going to get the best stuff today.
Let's talk a little bit more in depth about some of your previous, what you did previously, and how you're bringing that experience to Premier.
Yeah, absolutely. So I went to college in Kentucky and studied philosophy and political science and environmental science. And then in a big shift that surprised everybody, I moved to Japan for 3 years. And really that experience living in Japan and seeing how they manage their waste, how they dealt with recycling, how they are really focused on sustainable transportation that would move a lot of people, it really shifted the trajectory of what I wanted to do for a career. So
they don't have the luxury that we have of just wide open spaces and they have to take care of it, right?
Absolutely. You do not have the luxury of a landfill in Japan because people live on every square inch of available space.
Right.
So that really changed the trajectory of my career. I went to business school, got an MBA and a master's in sustainability, and found a job in Southern California working, doing sustainability management actually at a university, which is a little bit different than what I do now.
Right.
But it's great because at a university, it's really kind of a laboratory experience, so you can test out a lot of things. I got the opportunity to try new technologies and got a lot of experience working with non-traditional partners, which I think makes this experience even more applicable, because I was like, we were able to do these really different things that under normal circumstances probably we couldn't have done had we not had a lot of research backing and support. And so now finding those strategic partners to work with Premier has been a big, fun challenge. So
what was the getting into it initially, what was the biggest eye opener for you? What really either blew you away, freaked you out?
I think it's probably two things. One is how much technology is available that we don't really leverage for sustainability management. That's one of the things I found when I came into Premier. We were already tracking a lot of information, especially like around our freight data. We were tracking so much really good information, but we were using it for other decision-making purposes, but we weren't using it for sustainability decision-making.
Right.
And really being able to leverage the existing data that's out there and leverage existing technology to make better decisions. That's, for me, that's the most exciting piece, because if you can make sustainability decisions easy and you can have it be something that doesn't interrupt people's regular course of business, or if it disrupts it, it's in a positive way, it makes something easier, it makes something smoother, it makes something quicker, then that's how you really get great benefits of sustainability.
So somewhat just a mindset shift.
Yeah.
You know, we've got the information there. You just got to look at it through the glass of or the eyeglass of sustainability.
Exactly.
Talk about trends that you're seeing right now in sustainability.
Yeah, so when we think about sustainable packaging, that market has just exploded. So, you know, we can get really specific even just within the packaging environment. But one thing that we are just, you know, like it's coming from all areas of business is around reuse and things that are readily recyclable. So right now, recyclability has kind of become king. Like,
right.
Customers want something that is curbside recyclable, and in the United States, recycling facilities are, in some areas, few and far between, or really specific on what they can take and what they can't take. You know, there's legislation in California that says if you, it's not passed yet, but it looks like it will probably pass. If you have something that you want to brand as recyclable, you can't put the Mobius loop on it, the 3 little triangles,
right,
if you don't actually have a domestic market to recycle that.
Okay.
So even if it's a recyclable plastic,
Just because there's a possibility of it,
Yep.
it actually has to be.
it actually has to be recyclable. And so we see a lot of our customers now really saying, okay, we want something that's curbside recyclable, and if it's not curbside recyclable, then it needs to be compostable in a backyard compostability environment. So that really has pushed a lot in our direction. And even things like we had a customer reach out wanting a heavier weight box, a corrugate box, so that they could reuse it up to 7 or 8 times.
Wow.
And because they're like, we're just buying this box this one time to ship between our facilities. It's not going anywhere. We can reuse this over
Right.
and over. And being able to offer our customer a solution like that, okay, when this box is finally degraded enough that you can't keep using it for shipping between your facilities, you have an easy way to recycle it. And if you can't recycle it, it's corrugate, it's compostable,
What's the biggest challenge in the packaging industry for sustainability? Because we've talked before, corrugated is already a fairly recycled product to begin with.
Yeah.
When it comes off our machines, it's already however many percentage of.
Yep, on
you know,
average, about for us, on average, it's about 30% recycled content just across
Okay.
the board. Well,
I mean, is it what is it? The tape that goes on boxes? Is it the stuff, the void fill that we're putting in? What is the biggest challenge?
you know, void fill is a challenge, but we've got a lot of options that are much more sustainable than they used to be. And I really think our biggest challenge is going to be transportation. How do we get these products to a customer in the most sustainable manner?
Okay.
And you know, because technology's come a long way. We have products that are really sustainable, that are pretty eco-friendly, and you know, educating the consumer is always a challenge about making decisions and which product is better. But it's really transportation is our biggest challenge.
Okay, because at this point, I mean, we're designing packages that are going to be, you know, specifically sized for your product. We're not wasting a lot. You
Yep.
know, I mean, that just has already happened. So it's the transportation piece.
Yeah.
How are we doing? I know we have previously talked about some of the initiatives that Premier has signed on to in terms of these commitments that we are making. How are we standing right now?
You know, I'm amazed at the amount of what we've really been able to accomplish in a pretty short period of time. I started last December, so I've been here about 9 months now. We have our full greenhouse gas emissions reporting system in place. We've been able to really capture data that goes back, not completely to 2019, but as completely as possible. And and having that information available, so then we're able to see, okay, here's what we're doing in this one location, here's what we're doing through this transportation route, and actually make some improvements and make some changes and reduce our emissions that are associated with different parts of our business. We have our first sustainability report that'll come out in February, which is awesome. And right now we're doing a lot of exploration into sustainable transportation. What markets does something like a renewable natural gas truck make sense? Where does it make sense to utilize electric vehicles? Are there partnerships that we can enter into? Do we have a customer that they're trying to get to net zero just like we are? And where are the synergies? Where can we pull these groups together so that if there's an added cost, or if there's a way to our trucks take something one direction and then we're shipping something back for a customer in the opposite direction, where do these synergies happen, and how can we make that work?
Are you seeing, what I like about this is because you had expertise in this area, and now you're kind of becoming a packaging expert at the same time, right? And it's very cool, very cool. What is the receptiveness, and what do you see from the customers in terms of this? It sounds like they're getting as involved in it as we are, right?
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of the things that we pursue is because a customer has asked a question, and we say, okay, let's see what we can do. And regularly we get questions on even an RFP that is, it can be as general as, what are your sustainability goals, or are you tracking your scope 3 greenhouse gas emissions? And that's a pretty detailed question. Our customers, they're excited about this too. They want to partner with people who are doing something that's real, that's actionable, that has some numbers behind it.
Right.
Because anybody can say, hey, we're doing these things, but when we're able to say, here, this is
right. Instead of hey, we'll get back to you.
Yeah,
Someone asks that question. Oh yeah, well let me look into that. But we've got actionable and real data, which is nice.
Yeah, it makes a difference, and we see that our customers respond to that.
Okay, not the whole. I would assume your answer to this would be the whole package, like Premier Packaging. But what excites you the most about Premier? And it seems like you've been here longer, but 9 months. I've lost all concept of time in my life, I think. But so 9 months ago you started. What has excited you the most?
Yeah, for me, it's really the excitement that other people have for sustainability. If you come into an organization and it's really that sustainability conversation isn't already happening, it's very, very hard to start it as a new person. Yeah. But when I stepped into this role, which was a brand new role, but we already had a sustainability committee of folks that were already asking these questions and thinking about what within their department within Premier. How can we do things in a better way in accounting? How can we do things in a better way on the sales side or the purchasing side or the procurement side? That stuff makes a big, big difference.
I think I could have endless conversations with you about what I could do different. Just because I've tried so much harder in my travels for work to just to reduce some of the waste that I know I create on a daily basis, even if it's just from recyclable water bottle, or bringing my own, because I used to I always talk about cleaning out my rental car at the end of it.
And you're like,
it's like, I'm killing the world. Here we go.
Just drag the trash can over and just start ragging things in.
One man at a time.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What are you you got any ideas? What do you think about continuing with the podcast? Anything? I feel like we need some sort of we need some sort of innovative shtick ideas, maybe a wheel that we spin.
Ooh,
that's what I'm kind of, that's where my head is.
Like one of those Wheel of Fortune wheels, we can spin it, you get a prize.
Yeah.
I don't know who will get the prize to, but
me or you.
Either one of us.
Or the folks behind the camera. I'm looking forward to continuing these conversations.
I am too.
They don't just have to be about sustainability, right?
And honestly, that's the piece that I'm really excited about. I love to talk about sustainability, obviously. I got a PhD because I loved it so much. But I'm really excited to learn more about other areas of Premier and what other people are doing, because you don't ever really understand an organization until you understand what's happening in all the different areas.
It's hard to see the whole picture when
it's hard to see the whole package.
Yeah, the whole package. I should have had that quicker. A lot of fun, Mackenzie. I've enjoyed today, and look forward to doing more of this.
Yeah, next time I'm going to quiz you.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck you're going to ask me about. Bin boxes or cleaning out my rental car. I don't know what else there is.
Inquiring minds want
to know about me.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. Thank you guys for joining us today on the whole package. Until next time, we'll see you then.
Do you have comments, questions, or ideas about this topic? If so, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit primpack.com/podcast to let us know what you think. Thanks.